Hey folks, I'm Brendan and you're watching the Overqualified Henchman. This video is a little bit last minute because the Firefly Cargo Crate for February surprised me by showing up right at the beginning of the month, and I didn't want to go a whole week before getting to it. What's so exciting about this one? Well, this time, the character theme isn't one of our heroes. It's our Mrs. Reynolds, Saffron. Yolanda. Or Bridget. This may take a while. Before getting into the crate itself, I want to take a minute to say that choosing to give Saffron the spotlight is super interesting. Don't get me wrong, she's a really entertaining character and one of the few recurring characters outside the main crew. But she is outside the main crew. This probably goes without saying, but theming each crate around a crew member means that the subscription is effectively on the clock. Loot Crate and Quantum Mechanics padded things a bit by theming the last crate around Serenity herself, but even that doesn't bring you up to an even dozen. And that might be all the Saffron crate is, just helping to bring the total count up to 2 full years. But it does open up the possibility of the subscription being stretched out even longer. You're seldom going to upset Firefly fans by offering them more of anything. But if it means it takes longer to complete the main crew in maquette form, mixed bag. Still, that's nothing but speculation. Let's talk facts. The shirt in this crate features a diagram of the Lassiter Laser Pistol Mark I. The Lassiter is the first laser pistol in the verse, and the object of the heist in the episode Trash. The idea that laser pistols have been around long enough in the setting for one to be considered an antique, but are expensive enough that almost nobody we run into actually uses one, always struck me as an interesting bit of world building. As for the t-shirt design itself, yeah, the blueprint look is a well that Loot Crate goes back to pretty often, but it still looks good. I think it's the hand-drawn style that sells me. This looks like it came right off the drafter's table. Next, we've got another Q-Bits figure. This time around, you had a chance of getting either a Nara or River. I got River. The Q-Bits always kind of feel like a last-minute addition, and I don't think the random chance helps with that. Saffron and Anara actually have meaningful interactions on the show, so just giving everybody an Anara Q-Bit would have felt more planned, more curated. River, on the other hand, is still a cute figure. The hair that goes all the way down to her boots is pretty funny, but she's kind of just thrown in there. Moving on, we've got Interplanetary Flashcard Set number 2. So as you probably already know, each crate, in addition to being themed around a character, is also themed around a planet. And a couple of crates back, we got 4 of these cards, catching us up on the planet theme so far. Now we get this crate's planet, Bellerophon, and last crate's planet, Osiris. Besides the artwork on the front, these also have statistics and fun facts. I wasn't expecting to see another set of these until we had another 4 planets to catch up on. I guess if you've been subscribing from the first crate and you're planning to stick it out for the long haul, it doesn't really matter when we get these. But if this is your first crate, getting just 2 might feel a little bit light. Speaking of Bellerophon, which I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing, here's the customary travel sticker. The idea of a planet mainly known for giant floating estates over an ocean is really neat, and it makes me wish we'd seen more planets before the show was cancelled. Next up, a metal Serenity keychain. Let's take a moment to appreciate that Quantum Mechanics always goes the extra mile on the presentation of these things. Check out the sliding drawer with cut inlay. The pewter finish is really nice, and the idea of a metal Serenity keychain is great. So great I've been using one for the last several years. Now to be fair, the detail on mine has started to wear pretty smooth, whereas the detail here is nice and crisp. Probably time for an upgrade. I can't say it's something I wouldn't use. The lapel pin for this crate is pretty cool too. It says Night Sweetie, referencing Saffron's trademark Knockout Kiss. The bold black letters on gold really pop, but switching to red for the lip print was an inspired choice. It's a nice balance between brash and flirty. Right on the money. Speaking of right on the money, the last item in the crate is, of course, the Little Damn Heroes Mini Masters maquette. Seriously, prepare for some gushing because this is really well done. I've said before that the appeal of this lightly caricaturized style is the personality it gets across, and I think Saffron here trumps even Wash with his dinosaurs on that count. The detail on the blouse and skirt is nice, and her expression, along with pulling on one of the strings of said blouse, definitely starts to tell a story. But to get the full picture, you have to change your perspective. I mean that literally, because behind her back, she's holding a big-ass revolver. I say behind her back, but really most of it is behind one of her legs, and the positioning here is so well done, because until I got the figure out of the box, I had no idea it was going to be there from the promotional material. This maquette feels like we caught the character right in the middle of a scene, which is exactly the note I'm looking for. One last bit of business in the Saffron crate, and that's in the Signal zine. Ron Glass, who played Shepherd Book among so many other characters, passed away in November, and a big portion of this issue is set aside to remembering him. There are a bunch of anecdotes from the cast and crew, and all in all, it's a touching tribute. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and take a look at my videos for the other Firefly Cargo Crates. After a couple of curveballs in a row, will the next crate get back to the main crew, or keep us guessing? For that, you'll have to stay tuned. Until next time, keep on henching. There's a special hell reserved for those who blatantly reuse art assets.